Thank you so much for your impressive speech. 네, 두 번째 기조 강연 우리 웬디 허쉬님의 고용주와 근로자의 협업이란 주제로 발표 함께 하셨습니다. 좋은 발표 감사드립니다. 진로 개발을 위한 고용주의 역할도 제안해 주셨고요. 또 진로 전문가의 현실 속에서 또 취업자와 또 고용주를 위한 진로 방안에 대한 어떤 지원을 할 수 있을지에 대해서도 함께 제안을 해주셨습니다. 네, 이렇게 해서 첫 번째 기조 강연과 두 번째 기조 강연 함께 하셨는데요. 긴 시간 좀 강연 들으시느라 조금 휴식이 필요할 것 같습니다. 지금 시각이 10시 30분 정도 됐는데요. 지금부터 다음 기조 강연을 앞두고 잠시 휴식 시간을 갖도록 하겠습니다. 여러분을 위해서 밖에는요, 커피와 한국 전통 다과가 마련이 되어 있으니까요. 드시면서 30분 정도 휴식 취하고 세 번째 기조 강연 이어서 듣도록 하겠습니다. 잠시 후 11시부터 세 번째 기조 강연 시작할 테니까요. 참고해 주시고요. 휴식 시간 후에 다시 뵙도록 하겠습니다. 좋은 시간 보내십시오. 네, 이제 어느 정도 자리가 정돈이 된 것 같습니다. 자, 그러면 세 번째 기조 강연을 해 주실 분을 또 소개해 드리도록 하겠습니다. 세 번째 기조 강연자는요, OECD Skills Beyond School 부장이신 우리 데보라 로즈 베어님께서 기술은 글로벌 통화라는 주제로 강연을 해 주시도록 하겠습니다. 앞으로 모시겠습니다. 박수로 맞이해 주십시오.
Good morning, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be here with you today, and I would like to thank our Korean hosts for inviting me back again to Korea. It's always a pleasure for me to be here. And also to the ICCDPP. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share with you some insights from the OECD work on career guidance and other topics and set out the challenges ahead. Career guidance lies at the intersection between education and the labour market. I think we already heard that this morning 2 or 3 times, if not more. It's about helping young people and adults navigate successfully through the many, many different opportunities that the labour market, in all its complexity and richness, offers them. But there are also many challenges. And one of the biggest challenges that we face is that the labour market itself is very dynamic and changing. This graph about the change in work tasks in the 21st century has already actually been referred to. And this shows how the tasks that people do at work, and therefore the jobs that are available, have changed over the last 3, 4, 5 decades. And as you can see, routine manual and non-routine manual jobs are really in decline. But also now we see routine cognitive tasks are in decline. And where is the growth coming? It's coming in non-routine analytical tasks and non-routine interpersonal tasks. So many more jobs today require advanced skills, and these shifts are also mirrored in increasing labour market demand for workers with those skills and the high wage premiums that they are able to get. And yet, at the same time, a large proportion of big firms report having difficulty in recruiting people with the skills that they need, even in some countries where there are quite high unemployment rates. So what's going on? Well, at the OECD, we're looking at one of the big factors that's going on, and that's the role that digitalisation is playing. And this is so important, we actually have a big horizontal project involving something like 14 of the directorates at the OECD. So this is us working all together to try and get to the grips with what this really means. What's already clear to us, though, is that we are actually somewhere right in the thick of a major technological transformation. This is often referred to as the fourth industrial revolution, but of course it actually involves a lot more than just industry. It already has, or soon will, affect almost every aspect of life that we care to think about. For example, it involves artificial intelligence, robotics, or autonomous vehicles. I'm really looking forward to that. 3D printing, quantum computing, nanotechnology, and more. These technologies have the potential to dramatically improve the efficiency and productivity of businesses and also enhance our daily lives. See, I'm using my iPad instead of pencil and paper notes. This will create new jobs and opportunities, but will also eliminate others. And technology is changing how almost every job is carried out. It also enables new forms of work to come to the fore. We already heard about some of them, including the so-called gig economy, so that the traditional employment relationship that we call a job today is itself evolving and changing. So, we don't have a crystal ball, so we can't predict how, where, and when jobs will change, though we are doing a lot of foresight work and trying to get a better understanding of these changes. But we are for sure certain that there will be changes. So it becomes absolutely crucial to prepare children, young adults, and adults already in the workforce effectively for the uncertain future that is the 21st century labour market. And actually, this is a diagram from work that some colleagues at OECD are doing on the future of education and skills, Education 2030. And it highlights the importance of equipping young people and adults with a broad range of skills. This includes not only technical and occupation-specific skills, but also a broad range of generic or transversal skills, including flexibility, adaptability, resilience, autonomy, and many others. And perhaps above all, really above all, the capacity to learn new skills throughout life. So now let me turn to career guidance, and I confess I do this with some trepidation because you're all experts and I'm not. But let's look together at OECD work on how career guidance can work more effectively for young people entering the labour market and adults wanting, or perhaps needing, to switch to a new career path. I do believe it's worth restating why career navigation matters, and so you can see here why we believe it's so important, and I guess everyone here actually already agrees with us, but let's go through it. It increases the efficiency of labour markets and education systems by connecting them together. It can help to achieve a range of key policy objectives from lifelong learning to social equity. It enables people to build human capital and employability throughout their lives and helps students to transition better into the labour market. We know that's a big challenge in many, many countries. So those are the benefits. But what about the challenges? Well, I'd highlight 5 key challenges for career guidance in the face of the uncertain future that we face. Providing services that develop career management skills rather than only helping people to make immediate career decisions. Widening citizens' access to career guidance throughout their lifespan. Ensuring the quality of professionals providing career guidance. Systematic and coherent programs. And maintaining relevance to the labour market in the long term. So that's quite a list of challenges, and in fact, they're not altogether new. As a couple of speakers have already referred to, work that we carried out, and this was before my time in the Education and Skills Directorate, so I can take no credit for it at all, but I'm nevertheless very proud of the work that has been done. In 2001 to 2003, we carried out 14 country reviews of career guidance on the organisation, management and delivery of career guidance services and what they delivered in terms of implementation for lifelong learning and active labour market policies. And you can see the countries that participated with country reviews listed here. And then we took everything that we got from those 14 country reviews and produced 2 synthesis reports published in 2004 that looked at why career guidance matters for public policy, how it can be delivered more effectively, how to resource it, and how strategic leadership can be improved. And I would like to especially acknowledge the contribution and the support to this work provided by the European Commission. And all these publications are actually available on our OECD website, and just Google, and they should come up. Very, very briefly, what we found in this work, that career guidance can improve efficiency and productivity of the labour market and education system. That's good news, and perhaps even more better, also social equity. But services are available, or were available at that point in time, to limited numbers of people at fixed points in life and focused on the immediate next career decision rather than looking over the longer term. So this leads to the key challenges of how to make it work better and make it work available to everyone. So now the big question is, what improvements have been made over the past decade? Or actually a little bit more, 13 years since this work was completed. Have the challenges and issues of career guidance practices and policies been resolved? What kind of new challenges have emerged? How can we find out? Well, I'd like to suggest some areas to consider in the future for how we can find out. One thing we could do is to undertake a stock-taking exercise to track progress made since the reviews in the early 2000s, including the country reviews. So we had a stocktake at that point. Let's look at what's happened since. We could develop internationally comparable indicators on career guidance. This is something, it's really challenging to get good quality data and good quality international comparable data. Fortunately, we now have a snapshot in 22 countries, I believe it was, in PISA 2012, which asked 15-year-olds about their career aspirations. A remarkable number of them want to become doctors. I'm not sure that that's an encouraging sign. And then lawyers. But also asks about what sort of services they have had available to them, what sort of career preparations they have had. But that's just one cohort of 15-year-olds. We need to get a lot more data to help us understand what's going on. We can also consider carrying out studies into a range of topics. The role of career guidance in the 21st century, taking into account the fourth industrial revolution and the other major changes, the changing nature of work. How to provide a more coherent approach to lifelong career guidance, and that includes not only joining together education ministries and labour or employment ministries, but also working with employers and other stakeholders and making sure that we actually get good feedback on what people want, as Wendy has already drawn our attention to. What do people want when they're looking for career guidance and career navigation? Improving social equity through career guidance, so that we know the challenge, we know that there is a strong link between what parents do, their social capital, and what kids do and their opportunities and their aspirations. We need to tackle that. Looking into how to meet the needs of specific subgroups more effectively. Financing career guidance, because you can't do this on, as Kiwis would say, on the smell of an oily rag. It has to be properly resourced. And improving the access and quality of career guidance. So that's a list of, you could almost say it's my wish list. And we would be very interested to see work in any of these areas and even explore carrying out this work ourselves. But we want to make sure that any work that we do is responding to the real challenges that policymakers and practitioners and the beneficiaries of career guidance and career navigation would find useful, relevant, and would really make a difference in people's lives. Thank you very much.